What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol OXY for Occidental Petroleum. Maybe I'm butchering that name. Let me know in the comments. Regardless, on the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. We have not yet covered this ticker on the channel here, so what we're going to do is start off with a daily roadmap, just coming in and pointing out the most obvious areas of support and resistance. Then we'll talk more nuance as we drill down to the 30-minute intraday time frame. So that's roughly what I'm seeing here. You can certainly see that this was resistance, then support, and support for this most recent leg higher. I didn't want to cherry pick the highs. We'll definitely put this in, right? We'll adjust that on the 30-minute in just a second here. But this really was the prior set of highs. You can see resistance here as well. A little bit of support in there. Obviously, it broke down, but now we're back above that at 35 roughly. So to me, it's starting to show signs that it may want to break out higher. There were some price upgrades. I believe it was by Morgan Stanley today. Yeah, Morgan Stanley adjusts from price target to 50 from 48. Does it mean it goes to 50? Absolutely not. These are just, expectations that these analysts may have for the company. Regardless, it's a bullish indication, right? Obviously, this is going to mean a lot of new eyeballs are on the stock. They're feeling bullish about it. A lot of other people are. Again, it's starting to get right into this breakout zone. If we can clear 37, what's the target overhead? Let's quickly just make sure, or actually not make sure, because now we can make sure that we're not running into resistance from in the past. So what do we have here? This is kind of an area of, well, it will be resistance because it was prior support, which is like just overhead from where we're at now. This is 37.71, but if we can clear it, the next major area I would start looking for would be 47.73, which ironically enough gets us closer to that $50 price target. Again, I'm not saying we have to go there immediately, but it would make sense based on the technicals here. Let's drop it back down to the daily time frame chart, zoom this in just for a little bit of context off to our left. If we take a look at the 30-minute intraday, this is where things get a little bit, not scary, but just, do you really want to be buying something after it's done this? Almost a straight shot higher starts to feel like a little bit of chasing. And generally speaking, this is another one of the rules that we kind of have on the channel. Whenever you make a V-shaped recovery, but more importantly, a 100% retracement of whatever that move was, it's very hard for the buyers, especially after a move like this, like we just pointed out, that's almost straight up. It's very difficult for the buyers to just continue that momentum and push it right through. Generally speaking, you get a little bit of a pullback, a higher low, and then the reattempt is where you want to be interested in looking for those breakouts. So where would the pullback essentially go to that would be healthy? Well, from a structural standpoint, 35 is your number. Let's quickly see how the Fibonacci's align with that, if at all, before we move it along here. So doing something like that, again, guys, I can't make this stuff up. I've said this a number of times today because it's so ironic how many times the 38.2 is aligning with structure, but it's right at that zone, right? So anything that comes to here and starts printing hammer candles, indecision doji candles, basically things that make you question, okay, are the sellers weakening? Is it just a pullback? Are the buyers going to step back up? This is the perfect area, 35 here on OXY. If that happens, long over the highs, looking for the move back to here, and then monitoring for continuation if it wants to give us, again, a nice higher low, and then the break on the subsequent test of that 37 level. As we know, probably monitoring for continuation. I'm not going to argue it goes to 47 all in one go. There it is, way up there. So I'd probably just watch for whole and half dollars as we make our way into that void of price action above. Anything underneath this 35, I would start to be not as interested, just noting that we're essentially underneath this prior area of resistance. This to me would start to feel like a bit of a fake breakout. Maybe this starts acting as a double top. Technically, if that's the pattern, the neckline's way down here at 32. So you're not bearish until we get to 32. I just wouldn't want to get caught around in the chop there underneath 35. So that's what I've got for you inside of OXY. If you enjoyed the video today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.